Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and welcome back to Looney Tunes World of Mayhem. In this video, we're going to be going over this event that we're currently in, and I intentionally took some time and waited on this one. So we're going to discuss that here pretty soon, but we're going to go over this event and some other things that I would like to talk about and point out that I think are definitely worthwhile. So we're going to go ahead and have a conversation about events. And we're going to start with this event here. All right, but first, before we dive into that, if you're just now finding this channel and you want to stay up to date with this and other games, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out. All right, and welcome back. This is going to be a different kind of event video. And I hope that you all will stay with me all the way to the end, because I think the conversation is very worthwhile. But first, before we dive into that, just a reminder, all my links to all my social media are in the description of every video. Definitely check them out. Join us on Discord. We're having conversations about this game on a daily basis, sharing tips and tricks, and just hanging out with people who love to play the game. And then also, I do stream 3 times a week. The schedule varies, but Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and that is on Twitch, so definitely check us out there. Any changes I make in my streaming schedule are updated on the community tab for my channel, so keep an eye out there if there's any changes. All right, so let's talk about this, and let's talk about events. So but last week, my last stream, I went ahead and just posted it just recently, so if you haven't seen it, I'm going to go ahead and link it up right over there. And it was a good conversation. We were playing around with Egghead the Knowing, and we were talking about events and what makes events good. I've been getting a lot of feedback, a lot of comments about the events, and I really want to know what makes events good for you. I mean, what keeps you coming back? What makes you want to jump into an event? Because a lot of what I'm seeing, at least, on Discord, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to be fair to everybody, to the game and all that stuff. Discord is a very small portion of players who actually play this game. A lot of people are not very vocal. Discord obviously is very vocal. There's a lot of feedback there, which is great because it gives information to the devs, and they're taking a look at that as well, right? And the community managers and everything, and they're all great. I love Scopely, and the devs and the community managers have all been great. Every game of this type goes through this type of these types of concerns. There's not a game that I haven't played yet where there's not people who have concerns around the cost of packs and bundles, or not being able to unlock a legendary character or things like that. But with that, even with that and that aside, there's a conversation to be had about what makes a good event, what should we focus on, and what kind of feedback is helpful. All right, so that's why, again, I know this is a different type of event video. We are going to be running through this, and we're going to use this event here as an example of kind of what we're talking about. And I truly hope that you guys leave some comments on the video that I linked, leave some comments in the video here. I do have another video that's going to kind of wrap up this whole conversation, at least the conversation I started around events and what makes good events. Have had some really good interactions in that video, some good interactions and suggestions from people as well. So definitely take a look at that. All right, so Hotel Tasmania in here. Let's go and take a look at the mail that we got for this event. Now, in my eyes, one thing that makes a good event are, event characters that kind of make sense too, right? So for featured tunes here, we got Bellboy Gossamer, we have Raider Lola, we have Outback Dog. I think the theme really here is Tasmania tunes, right? Because they just recently unlocked the ability to be able to task Tasmania tunes, not the legendaries, but Tasmania tunes. So that's what makes sense for me here. There's a lot of Tasmania tunes in here. You do have Tweety, Kitty Kitty, things like that. This event here, not good as far as really kind of buffing up your Gossamer, in my opinion, but characters like Tweety, I think is great for Tweety. I'm not sure why Winter Bugs and Tourist Daffy is in there. But we got Bellboy, you got Professor Prissy, Curator Porky, you've got all these Tasmania tunes in there. So I think it's good for that, and in a way it makes sense there. Now, when we take a look at what we have here, so when we go to here, I think what makes part of what makes a good event is having some good exchanges. And when we take a look at this event here, let's see what we have for exchanges. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Look at that. There are no exchanges whatsoever here. Nothing that is not paid. As we're working through these events, and some things that we've gotten kind of used to with events is collecting currency to use towards the wheel or towards exchanges. I think it makes sense to add the exchanges for people who want to customize and go for a specific tune. For people who want to grab a bunch of points for the event, to gain points for milestones, or really don't have a priority, I think the wheel is a great option. But having a good exchange and a good exchange rate that makes sense not an exchange that just kind of just says, here, have all of this, you know, get as much as you want, but something that makes sense. I think everything in this game, events we need to work for, and legendary events I think need to be particularly tough, but not impossible to get. It depends on kind of the format that they're going for, right? We're going to talk about that too. Hopefully I don't forget during this conversation. I apologize if this is going to go a little long, but I think what makes a good event is having some decent exchanges. This one doesn't have any exchanges at all. Now, if we go to reatomizers, we need to bring the reatomizers back. We have to. There is no value in Illudium. There really isn't. I don't know anybody who is using any of these reatomizers. The only one I use is the 6. That's so I can fulfill my quests, my flash quests, and my daily quests. That's it. There's nothing in here. The epic reatomizer is gone. I'm pretty sure it's gone. I haven't seen it like in a long time. These ones right here, this is good, as these reatomizers here are good if you're focused on, if you just want some random tune. Not anybody that you really want to, like the event reatomizers. Those things were great because you got event tunes. It helped with building up your roster and things like that. I don't know if people were building up too quick or what, but and the reason for taking them away, but event reatomizers, in my opinion, need to come back. But we don't have that for this. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the wheel. Now, we have golden ticket wheel. Now, this is great. What I do like about this is that at least there's an RNG chance, at least, to get some Bellboy Gossamer pieces. Because he's a jackpot there, and he is a jackpot here. But these other tunes here, these other Tasmania tunes, I feel, and Tweety, specifically Tweety, because I really needed to work on him, but I think is pretty good to have in here. As long as the feature tunes are in here, I think having a jackpot for Gossamer and then adding him on the wheel outside of the jackpot, so you have more than, what, a 1% chance? What are we at? Oh, it's a 3% chance. That's not, I mean, that's pretty good. We're going to do some wheel spins today, too. We're going to use all my wheel spins, see our chance for getting them. But if you are doing an event that highlights a specific tune, you need to be able to farm that tune through that event, through more than just RNG. You need to be able to farm the tune through the campaign, or through exchanges, or through the wheel here, even, but not just a jackpot. Anyway, my 2 cents there. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, but that's what you have here. This is where you would get your Bellboy Gossamer pieces. Now let's go ahead and talk about the quests. Now the quests here, you collect featured event tunes, which is great, but they started doing this here where you have to collect epic or legendary featured event tunes. And I think that's why they kind of started throwing in some of those tunes that doesn't seem to really quite fit, because in here you got Raider Lola and you have Tweety, which are epic and legendary tunes. So there's some opportunities to get there, but they really started changing that. I think that needs to go away. It needs to be featured tunes, period. You need to be rewarded for collecting featured tunes no matter what. That's what the event is all about. That is what I feel you need to be doing in these quests here, is focusing on those. All right, so with that, also you have collecting superior regional materials. This is pretty much a staple in every event, and that's just doing your brawl and everything. I think everything is fine there. Also, the challenges that come up where you're getting your regional materials, I think is fine as well. And then down here at the bottom, complete Down Under, complete Outback. I think everybody should be getting rewards for completing the different acts, the different chapters. So I think that's good as well. And then obviously we have our normal daily quests in there. Now, when we go into milestones here, well, let's take a look at how we gain points. So we gain points through completing the event quests, which is good. Spinning the wheel, the journey wheel, using campaign energy, collecting 2 pieces of Bellboy Gossamer, which is strictly RNG here. So that needs to go away, in my opinion. And then featured event tunes, or at least give us a few more points for featured event tunes. Bellboy Gossamer, or increase Bellboy Gossamer points a little bit more since it's so RNG. I don't know. That's my 2 cents there. I'm giving a lot of 2 cents here. I don't know what that adds up to, but you're getting it. And then as you're kind of working through these milestones, we need to be able to collect some of the event tune through here as well. I think through here, for the most part, I think the milestones have been pretty good. I mean, if you look at these, the milestone rewards I think are pretty decent. We just need to bring getting pieces for Bellboy Gossamer, I think, down just a little bit. The event tune has to be within reach without having to spend money. If it's an event tune for the first time that comes out, if it's a legendary, having to spend money to unlock them the first time around makes absolute sense to me. That's okay. But through that event for free-to-play players and things like that, you should at least be able to make some headway in that event there. I don't know if the format is to release a tune out there for pay only, and then bring, specifically legendary, and then bring it into a Path to Legendary event, and then gain it that way. But I don't know. If it's a tune, if it's an event tune, we shouldn't be focused on just the feature tunes. We should be focused on that specific tune, that event character that the whole event is wrapped around. That makes sense to me. To call it an event for a specific character and not have an opportunity to gain pieces for that character, I think it doesn't make sense to me. So those are the milestones for this event here. I do like that they started breaking these out here, right? Hotel Tasmania. You got easy, medium, hard, and insane. I think are great. I like where it takes the event tune and pairs it up with another character there. So this is, I have to have Bellboy Gossamer here, and you got some event tunes there. But through here, here's some, see again, Tweety. I think Tweety, there's Tweety, some more Tweety. This is great for Tweety. For collecting Tweety. Let's go to Outback. What do we got here? There you go. We've got some, there we go, Witch Doctor. I think this one here is all Witch Doctor. Yeah. So you get some of those feature tune pieces there, but you don't get any Bellboy Gossamer. I don't use Bellboy Gossamer a whole lot anyway, but it's the point of the thing, I think. If it's an event tune, you should be collecting pieces. I don't have an issue with collecting more pieces for featured characters throughout that event than you do for the event character. That makes sense to me. The event character should require some work and some dedication and daily play and things like that. So those are those. I do like how this whole format's going. I do not like. I think this is fantastic. This is an absolutely great idea, right? Another way to farm these type of materials, but you need to start it out a little bit lower. Maybe start it at 30,000 or 40,000. Maybe even 40,000 or 50,000, something like that. This just needs to come down a little bit more so you're not ignoring the free-to-play player base. So anyway, so that's my thought on that. I think I've beaten the drum a few times on that Toonie Loons through some conversations and stuff like that, but that needs to be tuned up a little bit better. The first time it came around, I thought was great. This time around, you need to find a middle ground there. All right, so there we go. That's the event. There's some thoughts that I have on that. Again, watch the video that I linked up earlier. Let me know your thoughts on what makes a good event for you, because nobody goes into here. The devs, the community managers, even the company, the people behind it don't go into here to say, hey, I want this game to fail. Yes, they're going in there to make money. It's a free-to-play game. Free-to-play. Okay? So free-to-play players aren't going to spend money. People who spend money are going to spend money. So they need to come up with a good balance between the two so that both of them feel like they're making a solid contribution in this game, especially when you're spending so much time on a singular game to work through everything. Also, we need the tower. We need the tower, and we need a mode where you can match up, when you go into PvP or something like that. It matches you based on your power level, period. Not where you are in the ranking, but based on your power level. Anyway, there's my 2 plugs there. So overall, my thoughts on this event. Not a huge fan of the event. I do like that you can get some good pieces of Tweety on this one. There's silver lining there. I do like that you have the event character on the wheel. There's been events where the event character wasn't even on the wheel. Egghead the Knowing, you couldn't even get him unless you had a super powerful team and you were able to do that one campaign. I can't remember the name of it right now, but there was a campaign where you can go in there and you can get pieces of him as well as hats to use on the hat wheel. So anyway, there's my thoughts. I don't want to ramble on. We're a ways into this. I want to have some fun here, but I also wanted to have a meaningful conversation about events because there's so much chatter, so much conversation around events right now, and people asking me, people saying, hey dude, is the game dying? No, I don't think the game's dying. I think the game's going to be around for a very long time. It is not dying. It is not doomsday. Are there things that need to be fixed? Yes. Are there great things about this game? Absolutely. The characters are great. The campaigns, I think, work well. Arena needs a little fine-tuning, but I love Arena. Brawl, I think, works well. I hate, the crate stealing, but I've gotten used to it. I've kind of come around to it and kind of figured out my own system there. The daily challenges, so you can get resources there to level up your tunes, things like that. I think there's more coming that's good than that would cause concern. Regular turnout of characters. I think one thing also, when it comes to events and stuff like that, you don't always have to go for everything, right? You want to prioritize. And speaking of, I'm going to be working on a video to kind of prioritize some stuff, at least from my point of view, so hopefully it helps people out there. I'm a little behind on videos this week. I had a whole lot going on, so I apologize it took so long to get this video out. I'm hoping you guys are still sticking with me here as we're working through this, because again, I think it's a very worthwhile conversation, and if you're sticking around, I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts. Let us know in the comment section on what's going on. All right, let's wrap this up on a fun note, which is always spinning the wheel. So I do have, I've got 1,285 of these bells, and we'll see what we can get here. And didn't we see, we have a new Path to Legendary coming up, so that'll be fun. Is Outback Dog on that? I don't know. Let's go ahead. Let's do some spins. Let's see what we can get out of here. 800, we do not have a jackpot. I would like more Tweety, please. Thank you very much. Give me more Tweety, please. There's Professor Prissy. Yeah, Professor Prissy, Outback Dog, aren't they part of the King Daffy Path to Legendary? I'll have to go take a look, but I think they are. Oh, look at that. Tweety got a little bit stronger. Oh, there we go. No Gossamer, unfortunately. Now, Outback Dog is great. Tweety is great. I like Kitty Ketty. I like Tourist Daffy. All right, let's do this again. 10 more spins. Do we get a jackpot on this one? No, we don't. That's okay. Curator. Professor, how you doing? More Tweety. Give me more Tweety. Man, I got a lot of Curator. I got to work on that Outback, don't I? All right, 3 spins left. I think I got more Tweety than anything, didn't I? Oh, there's some Bellboy. All right. There we got that. Do we have more? Yeah, we do. Let's do 3 more spins. We're going to do all of them. We're going to do all of the spins. I'm not going to do any golden tickets on this one. I'm going to wait for King Daffy's PTL for that one. And if there's a feeder event, I think that would be cool. All right. Do we have more? We have more. Let's go ahead and do this. Tourist Daffy. I think we can do one more. And some Kitty Kitty. There we go. We got a bunch. That's pretty cool. All right, everybody, there we go. You probably got more than you bargained for on this event video. A little bit different. I did warn you early on, and if you stuck around through the whole thing, I thank you very much for that. And there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you. There's my thought on events. I got another video coming that I'm going to wrap this conversation up, like I said, at least the one I've started, and from my point of view, because there's a whole lot more to kind of dive into. There's my thoughts on this event here. Just use this event, really, for the featured tunes, and really just, in my opinion, Tweety. Tweety is the best thing out of this event. Let me know your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. All right, everybody, as always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, definitely hit that like button. Share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. And have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you next time.